shop. Kind of an interesting email I received yesterday. And it was a guy, Carl Riesco, found another way to kill the motor controller on your mini lathe. I guess he was using one in a shack someplace and lightning hit the shack. Aye. So he wanted to know where to get the board repaired, and I sent him to the old UHF guy. Just kind of a heads up here, a little information before I get to what this video is about. And that's San Diego is divided into little communities, divisions, areas, whatever you want to call it. There's Poway, there's Mira Mesa, La Mesa, Santee, and all of these little areas have maybe 10,000, 15,000 houses, something like that. But my point is, there is a Facebook page or pages for each little community, and what it is, it's a free site. It's a place how you can exchange things for free. The rules are it has to be free. You can't sell anything or do anything. My wife belongs to the one for our little community here, and I guess you contact whoever's controlling that page and you give them your address, and they say, yeah, you're entitled, you live here, and so boom, now you can access the page. And my point is, it's a great place to get stuff when you need it, or get rid of stuff. I mean, it's incredible what I see going through. I'm not part of it, but my wife is always coming out here showing, hey, you want this or whatever. So we've had some junk Christmas decorations that just nobody's going to want. You put it up on there, take a picture of it. Within a few minutes, you got 18 people that want it, and then you just draw a name or whatever you want to do to give it to somebody. Put it on your front doorstep with their name on it, and they come by and they get it. But making the green sand, my wife put up on the that site that I wanted a mixer, and somebody goes out there in the garage and, oh yeah, I got it, and here it is, come and pick it up on the front doorstep. This is old, dude. This has got to be somebody's grandmother's mixer, but it works and it did the job. So the other thing that my wife did, I didn't realize she had posted this, but she found out I did this video on the granite countertop, trying to figure out how flat it is. I went to a big supply place a couple miles from here, and I was kind of, I guess, treated rudely. You know, they've got acres and acres of granite, and they didn't have anything they could donate to the show. So my wife posted it on that site, and within a few minutes, some lady, I got your granite countertop right here. So I don't know if you can see it, but it's a huge 40 by 40 piece. 40 by 40 inch piece of granite countertop in gorgeous condition, about 80 pounds. So I'm not going to show running the surface gauge over it, but I did a whole bunch of tests on it, and turns out it's 3,000 flat, so that's pretty good, over 40 inches. And I looked at some YouTube videos on how they finish them and just different things, and I guess you use 3,000 grit sandpaper, and I had run the gauge and there was some little high spots here or there, and I just put the surface gauge on top of the 3,000 grit, ran it over those spots, flattened them right out, and it's beautiful. So I have no idea what I'm going to do with this thing now, but can't really move it without help. It's big and awkward and heavy. So, okay, what this video is about, it's kind of a kick how things snowball. I did a video not too long ago on threading dyes, and then dove into research and learned that, oh gee, if it's hex shaped, it's a rethreading die, and if it's round, it's a threading die. So did a video on that, die education. I lost what I was going to say. So here I am, I'm on Amazon looking for a better handle for those little Phillips Bits and Allen pieces, you know how it slides in and then you can use it. Because the one I have, the bit keeps falling out of it. Looking for these bits, I stumbled across this gunsmithing set and these special spade type drivers, and so I pulled out the Harbor Freight one that I had bought a long time ago, and then I'm starting to research what all the bits are in this thing, and here goes the snowball of what I learned and discovered. So I'll bring you over to the bench and show you guys this stuff. Alright, so here is this one is the Harbor Freight assortment, bit assortment set, and I've seen them on Amazon, a bunch of different places. The exact same set, same red box, $10 to $15 depending upon where you get it. And on Amazon, I think typically it's made by or sold by a company called Nyko, but and after watching this video, if you guys can give me a better name for this video, an education on what all this stuff is and the difference in it, I would appreciate that. But let's start with the top section here. These guys, this little piece here, are called quick disconnect drill adapters. That's the best I can figure out. Where you shove it in your drill, there's a collar that comes back. It goes in, you let go, and little ball bearings fall in here and hang on to it. So this guy is quite obvious. It's just for pull somebody out, keep it out. So this goes in your drill. There's a magnet in there, and it really is nice and strong too in this set to hang on. So you have this guy for that, and then you also have a quick disconnect drill adapter for 1/4" sockets, which is nice to have in the set. And why they gave that one, I don't know, because that's, yeah, where's the ball bearing in this thing? There you go. These are pretty much the same thing, it's just that's quick disconnect. This guy, I don't know, I guess it's a good, yeah, this is a good, because one side of it is, let me put that there for now. One side is for a 1/4 drive. So which side is it? This side. So you can put a 1/4 drive on any one of these little bits and use it. Okay, so that, I like having that. This guy, boy, is that something. Try figuring out what in the world that is, and it took a long time to figure it out. Bingo. That's what it's for. It's the drive-in, what are these, eye hooks or whatever. So now you know what that's for, and I know what that's for. Alright. The next one, this is one of the first interesting things that I've learned. Of course, everybody knows Phillips sets. This is true Phillips here. 0, 1, these are all 2s. They're all just exactly the same. They decided to give you a whole bunch of them in case you break them or wear them out. This is a 3, and by the way, these are all chrome Vandams, and chrome Vandam, in my opinion, is fantastic. They last like forever. I bought a whole screwdriver set of chrome Vandam some 40 years ago, and I still use them. It's my main set, and they're still beautiful, even the Phillips pieces on it. But okay, Phillips, first of all, here's a picture of some of the stuff that I was working with. Everybody knows Phillips, but guess what? There are 4 different types. The first is the normal Phillips. The second one is called JIS. There's a Phillips bit which is shaped differently for JIS. The difference is, pencil rolls off the table. These are the 2 different types. Phillips, I need my pencil please, there, is rounded, as you can see, but the JIS is more square at the bottom. And this picture doesn't actually show it, but this is straight. It's straight here and straight here. So it's that, 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 and then out. I did a bad job, but you get the idea. And if I look at these bits underneath the magnifying glass, you can actually see, yes, there's a flat in there. Yeah, draw it better, can I? Sort of. No. You can actually see the flat in there. And looking at Phillips screws, I don't know. I can't tell quite what's going on. But if you ask me, I'd love to just get the JIS bits, because I think they would grab better and deeper. And then you might ask, well, how do I know what a JIS screw is? Right there, dimples. So if you see a screw with a dot in it, I don't think you can use the Phillips on it. You might ruin the head. And I'm always very careful with all types of screws. I don't like marring up, bending over, damaging in any way screws. So I'm always careful trying to use the right screwdriver and the right size and force to get them out. But this was interesting to learn. There's JIS and there's Phillips. And then I'll get into this. This is another type. But I was surprised there is actually a Phillips security where there's I draw, you know, the Phillips piece goes like that, the screw, but there's actually a post in the middle of it. And some places they call it security, and some places they call it tamper proof. So you can't put this in there unless there's a hole drilled in the middle of your Phillips bit. So there's three of them here: Phillips, JIS, and security. This is called POZI, P-O-Z-I, P-O-Z-I. And you can see what that looks like, and I don't think I've ever seen a POZI screw or whatever. But I don't know if you can tell in the picture, there's just this little triangular wedge in here that the point is down in here. And that's what this whole set is down here. It's 0, 1, all 2s, and a 3 POZI set. So there's a little tidbit that I discovered on Phillips bits. So if we move up to the rest, these are just called square. Right? Where is it? Yeah, it's just called square bits. And 0 through 3, these you mainly find screws, or I've only seen screws, in Canadian and European furniture. And usually when you buy something that has to be assembled, they're going to give you a tool, a square tool to go with it. These guys are all just spades, flat blade, and these are different than a normal. These typically when you buy a gunsmithing set, you'll get these, and I want to start using these more because, like I said, I'm trying not to damage screws. And in gunsmithing, you definitely don't want to mess up anything on an expensive gun, but you'll see it's flatter than a normal spade or slot screwdriver. They're flatter towards the tip, so it hangs on better. These guys, when you use them and you try turning it, wants to walk itself out, so you got to lean into it to do it. So these are primarily gunsmith bits. These guys was really kind of interesting. These are called spanners. If I can get one out. Fight this stupid thing. And there's two different types of spanners that I discovered. There's this type where the opening is round, and there's another type where the walls are just square, absolutely straight and square. These, I think everybody's probably seen a bolt that's with it. They're primarily come with gun tools, gunsmithing tools, but it's just a screw and it's got two holes in it. And that's what those are meant for. Actually, yeah, these aren't even round here. But I've seen those type of screws on guns and things. So they give you a spanner set, which I don't know why they start at 4, but it's 4, 6, 8, and 10. So I'm suspecting there's probably more sizes. Is this one round? I can't tell. That's probably square too. But you get the whole, a part of a, or a whole spanner set if you're into gunsmithing, which is cool. Then you get the standard Torx set, T8 all the way up to what, 45. And oh, this one I've got down in a drawer because I use it for the inserts. It's in the torque wrench right now for torquing down inserts on the lathe. So you get the whole standard torque set. Then you get the security or tamper-proof torque set, which I've used a lot. And this is, yeah, it's just got the little pin poking out of the torque screw, so you can't put one of these in there. And they use it in places like toasters and things where they don't want you to get into the electrical area. So they just try to slow you down by putting tamper-proof torque screws in it. So you get that set. Then this is the metric Allen set, which is nice to have, and it looks like it goes pretty far, 1.5 millimeters all the way up to 8. Then you get the standard SAE Allen set, 1/16 up to a 1/4 inch, which is really nice. But now let's get into some of this other weird stuff. You can see, you know, the standard Phillips has 4 flutes, leads, whatever you want to call it. This is 4, but this is 3. These are called, where is it now? It's called TriWings. And they really are different. If you take a look at the side view, you'll see one side is straight and the other side has got a curve to it. And they are slightly, where is that sheet here? TriWings. That's what it looks like. Well, that's what it looks like with 3. And the 4 that's in there is also offset and curved just like that. But I could never find a name for it. It's not a quad wing, but it's a TriWing design. And I have found places, security, more tamper-proof stuff, where I've used the TriWing, the 3-piece one, to get into something. I can't remember what it was, but it was there. All the research I did, the quad ring, I guess I'm going to call it, is used in gun sights, which surprised me because you'd think somebody would design a bolt unique for a gun sight, a scope, things like that, adjusting it, and then tell somebody, you know, here, manufacture this weird thing, and then go and manufacture the tool for the weird thing. I don't know. But you get the tri set, and then you get this set. So I guess you've got gun, and gun stuff in here, which is pretty cool. So, since I do deal with guns. The next set is a kick. It's called a clutch, what do you call it, a clutch screw. And there's 3 types. I can show you. I gotta move this to draw this. The clutch type, there's 3 of them. This one, the set that's here, is like this. So that's one type. There's another type where it's just straight in, like an hourglass. So there's another clutch type screw. And would this one go in that? Since it's right, no, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't, because that's going to be poking out, and so it's going to hit here. It's going to want to do this number. So if you had this type of clutch screw, you're not putting this driver in there. The third one is really a kick to look at, because there's bumps in the middle of it. Round spots. So it does this number. So that's the third clutch type. And I haven't seen any tamper-proof of it, but I'm sure if you have this kind of screw in there, you're going to inhibit people from getting in there anyway. So there's the clutch type. Splines, everybody knows what the spline is, especially if you played in automotive, because you'll find this on steering columns, transmission areas, anytime you want a lot of grab, because there's a lot of surfaces here and you don't want this thing wearing out or coming loose. So I haven't really seen any spline screws. That would be cool to find one or have one. So, and this is, and I'm surprised that I've never seen one, but this is an Allen set, tamper-proof or security Allen set. Never saw one. And what do they do? Oh, this is the metric tamper-proof Allen set, and this is the SAE tamper-proof Allen set. So I hope this helped somebody out, because it's really tough to. I've spent hours and hours researching all these different pieces and what they're called and what they're for. So again, especially to let people know all the different types of Phillips bits there are that I had no clue. So if you guys can help me out with the title for this video so others can see this, please post it in the comment. Until then, I hope I helped somebody out. See you later.